So last winter, my husband and I we went to a Korean day spa called Jeju. So Jeju is hugely popular in Atlanta and the suburbs. It's a huge facility. It's about 10,000 square feet, and people come there all through winter. They bring their families, children, with friends, and it's the place where when you pay the entry fee, you can be in there for 24 hours. So lots of people come there during the day, spend the night there, and get food from the food court and go through to the various the saunas, take a pool, take a nap, all of that. So it's a very cozy place, and so it's perfect for the Atlanta winter when it gets so cold and dry. It's just nice to be in this space and just get warm inside out. So my husband had actually gone by himself the year before, and I didn't go with him. I had a very specific reason for that. So Jeju has two sections. One section is the dry sauna area, which is common to everyone: men, women, families, children, everyone is there in that space. The second section, the other section, is the wet sauna, which has a steam sauna, which has showers, which has pools, bathing pool, swimming pool, and that area is gender separated. So women have their own section, men have their own section. And in this particular section, everyone's nude. So no one's wearing clothes, not even a towel. So I knew about this. I had read about it online. So I was a little unsure. I wasn't really sure how all that public nudity, how I would react to that, whether I would be comfortable or not. So I told my husband, "You go by yourself. Um, I'm not coming with you this time." So he did. He went. He loved it. Clearly, he has no issues with being nude in public. But he came back and he told me we should definitely go next year. It's just an amazing place. So the next winter, both of us went. I was a little unsure, but I thought, let me give it a shot. So we went. So at the check-in area, you get a sort of an elastic keyring with your locker number on it. And then my husband went to his locker room and his area, and I went to mine. And I was in this narrow hallway, which had all these little cubby drawers on the side, lockers. I found mine, the one with my locker number on it, and I was thinking, am I supposed to put all my stuff in here? Because it was so small. And then this girl walks by, a young Asian girl, and she looked like she was a regular there. She said, "No, no, no, that's for your shoes, and I'll show you where the lockers are." So I put my shoes in there, followed her to this large kind of a locker room where there were many lockers, proper lockers. So I started putting my stuff. I found my locker, put my stuff in there. And then when I turned around, I saw a woman by my side. She was an African American woman. She looked like she was in her 30s, maybe 40s. And she was completely naked, not wearing any clothes. I think she was changing into her clothes, or maybe she was changing out of her clothes. I'm not sure. But she didn't even have a towel on. And the minute I saw her, it was like all my apprehension, all my nervousness just evaporated, just went away. It just felt like that's it, no big deal. And then when I looked around, the locker room was filling with women. There were many women coming in from the pool, many women uh, going to the showers, and many of them were naked. And suddenly it all seemed perfectly okay. So I, at that point, went and changed into the clothes that they'd given us. This is what you're supposed to wear in the dry area, and it was a really nice cotton pair of a t-shirt and a pair of shorts, and I changed into that, and I went out into the dry area to meet my husband. And this is the place where they have all these various the saunas, the dry saunas. You have a clay sauna, you have a charcoal sauna, you have a salt sauna, gold, jade, silver. So a sauna, a dry sauna is actually like an igloo shaped structure. It's very dark inside and warm. So you go inside, and it's good to have a bottle of water with you so that you don't get dehydrated. And it's warm inside. So you go in there, and they just have a light or a couple of lights, and you stay there. So we went into one of them. I think it must have been the salt one. And there was a girl sitting there. She was looked like she was meditating. I saw a guy who was taking a nap. And you can't really chat much because it's just so quiet on the inside. You can't even read a book, and if you want, you can look at your phone, but there's not much else you can do. So you stay in there for a while and you get really warm in about 10-15 minutes, at which point you step out. You don't want to stay in there for too long because you could really get dehydrated. And then you step out and you can take a break, and then you go into another sauna. And you can do this for a while. And even outside the saunas, the area is really nicely laid out. There's a lot of mattresses, like bedding, pillows. People were taking naps. People were just lounging around. There were families sitting and chatting. So very cozy, comfortable atmosphere. So we did this. We went to one sauna, stepped out, drank some water, went to another one, and then at some point we thought, okay, I think let's just take a shower and be done with things, and then we'll leave. So at this point we split, and this is a point at which you go into your specific area. So I went into the wet sauna area, and that place was filled with nude women, you know, all shapes and sizes and colors. There were older women who had curves and sagging flesh and showed scars of surgeries, and the really young girls, just, with very firm figures and uh, curvy bodies. And there was young girls, like children, 8-year-old, 9-year-old children. And there were a bunch of African American families. I saw a woman with two daughters. Then there were a couple of girls, I think they were just friends. They had this beautiful hair, just curly, wild hair. Then I saw some white women, uh, just chilling. And then there was one woman who almost, she looked like she was a figure skater. She was just really tall and skinny and very Nordic looking. And the whole place was just incredible to me, because you see all these bodies and of all ages, and you kind of see that, how time just changes each one of us. And we start out having really firm, taut figures, and then we gain all these imprints. Our bodies carry the weight of our lives, literally and metaphorically. Our physical weight and the weight of our emotions, our experiences, all the events in our life. And it was there for you to see. Uh, at the end of the day, I just felt that the human body was just this incredible instrument. It carries us through life. It's so supportive. And even though it may not look particularly beautiful or attractive, supposedly, but it's just a body. And everyone has a body, and it just made me feel very humble at the end of the day. And I was very happy that I went. And also about nudity, I just felt, what's the big deal? You know, we're all just naked. And it would have been quite an inconvenience to have a towel, because you would have had to figure out where to keep it and carry it with you everywhere. In this case, you just don't have to bother. And once you're done, you go into the steam sauna, get all that steam. And the steam was very fragrant. I think they had some herbs sitting in a corner. So the steam inside that area was very fragrant. And then you sit around in the bathing, pool, take a shower, get a body scrub if you want, and towel yourself dry and leave. And the whole nudity part just, it didn't bother me at all. So I think it was a very special experience, and I can't really explain a lot of it. And it's, you just have to go there. You just have to go there and experience it for yourself. And I have often wondered if I can take a friend with me, but I don't think any of my friends will come, because some of them still feel that, oh, still feel apprehensive about being naked. And what if you meet someone you know? How do you how do you deal with the fact that they're naked and so are you? So it's very interesting. It's very interesting because it makes us think about our ideas, about our body, and about nudity and body image and being comfortable with our bodies in a public space, all of that. Um, but it's certainly an experience worth having. So if you have a Korean day spa in your city, I would say go check it out. Spend a day there and see how you feel.